It is the standout tie of this season's FA Cup fifth round as two of English football's heavyweights go head-to-head at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea versus Manchester City, with a place in the quarter-finals the prize for the winner. Pedro, first chance for him to have a run, laid it off to Fabregas and got it back. Pedro! Oh, off the post. Everybody was celebrating. It would have been a wonderful goal.
Slight deflection on it, takes it towards Caballero. And we see the pass. Great little ball.
Over 10 minutes in the first half left. Fabregas. The ball over the top for Hazard. No flag this time. Put back across for Costa, who buries it. Of course he does. Thiago Costa yet again. Brilliantly crafted Chelsea goal. 6 in 6 at the bridge for the main man. Chelsea 1, Manchester City 0.
Well, it's a very, very well-worked goal, isn't it? And you have to say, it looked like it was coming. The passing was getting better and better as the first half wore on. But to find Thiago Costa in that much space is poor defending for me. Good play by Cesc Fabregas and Eden Hazard. Good link-up between Fabregas. Hazard makes the run on. He stays on side. Just gets into position. He just hooks it into an area. And just by putting it into that space, he's giving Thiago Costa a chance, an opportunity. Hasn't got a chance to pick him out, but he just hits it into an area, clears the first man, in between the two. There's Thiago Costa. Simple finish for the top marksman. What a good finish that is. Good to see.
Well, here's Iheanacho. Could be an immediate reply here for City. Spilled by Courtois, 1-1. Straight away. Valpala with his first senior goal on his debut, and Chelsea's lead lasted all of a minute.
Well, it's incredible, isn't it, that they can come back and having had none of the ball in our penalty area at all, have come back and pinched the goal. Valpala with a deflection almost as Azpilicueta tries to clear, but it's the running by Iheanacho that causes the problems. Initially the ball in, there's the little turn round the corner. Brandon's just caught for once out of position. Faintest of touches by Courtois. Just felt Azpilicueta might just have cleared, but we see the little flick and the ball's in the back of the net from Valpala. Naturally, the outside of his left foot. There's the faintest of touches. And as Azpilicueta maybe should have cleared with his left foot, I don't know. Valpala may have not got anything on it, but we're back on level terms.
A moment he'll never forget. Back to Chelsea. Stamford will give him their back in the capsule in a week. Here's Fabregas. Well held by Caballero. It was travelling.
He's found some good space there. Cesc Fabregas playing in a deeper role today, but finds himself that little bit further forward. Lovely little ball by Pedro. Just pokes it into his path. Sees an opportunity, you know, there's nothing else on really. It's not too far from goal, but just tries it fully on the volley as the ball sits up for him. He's having a passing day, Bava, isn't he? One of those days when he can't seem to quite get it right.
Pella finding Iheanacho. Iheanacho from range. In fact, to be some goal to beat Thibaut Courtois from 30 yards. You can understand why he hit it. He's got the confidence of a teenager who's got 9 first-team goals this season.
Well, of course, he's going to take this one on. He's got nothing else. He's just been passed to, and he's the man up front on his own, the man who scores goals. It sat nicely for him, but doesn't quite get the right contact on the ball. Again, Chelsea coming forward.
With Pedro. Fabregas again onside. Pedro! Oh, great save, Caballero, to deny Pedro the goal he deserves.
Tell you what, doing everything right, isn't he, Pedro, there? Absolutely spot on with his delivery. But Caballero in the right position at the right time, just to make sure he gets something behind it. Again, it's good play, but Man City have got this high line. They've obviously worked hard in training with this back four. Every time that we drop the ball back into midfield areas, they're sort of inviting us to clip balls in behind because they're squeezing quite high. And it's given us the opportunity to run from deep, but we've just got to get our timing right.
Nacho, intercepted by Cahill. Now Willian can lead the break. Does have support. It's got Hazard right side, Costa left. City with plenty of men back here. Willian, no flag. Willian, 2-1. Perfect start to the second half. What a beautifully crafted goal. And it's Willian again. Double figures for the season for the Brazilian now. Hazard made it, Willian finished it off, 2-1.
Well, it's a great finish, isn't it? And again, we've got players running from deep. It's just how we want it to be. It's superb counter-attacking play, but once Willian picks this ball up and goes over the meridian, they can't stay with him. It's excellent play by him. He continues his run and gets on the end of it and scores the goal. But running from deep is what we said at half-time, is that there's every chance we can get in behind this very straight line. They try and hold a line. They don't manage to do it well enough. He gets in behind, and what a finish. Tucks it into that far bottom corner.
Lovely weighted pass from Hazard. The angle wasn't ideal, but Willian had the quality to beat Caballero.
That's Willian again, isn't it? Running the show. Fabulous play by him, and his pace is so good.
Now, Chelsea need to concentrate for a couple of minutes. That will help.
Well, possession's good. You know, Matt, we talk about concentration, of course we do, and we talk about, you know, being organised and communicative.
Get it clear. Hazard keeps it alive. Oh, and lashed in for 3-1 by Gary Cahill. Terrible, terrible clearance, but didn't the big centre-half take it well? He thumped it past Caballero, and Chelsea can see the quarter-finals now.
Well, it's a great strike, isn't it, by Cahill? His timing of the volley was perfect. But again, Chelsea have got Man City on the back foot. Question mark about defending. Question mark about where your luck goes as well at times. But I tell you what, give Gary Cahill a chance. We've seen him score goals before. He's really struck this right. It's a great ball to the far post that Zabaleta slightly misjudges. But you just feel that this first ball in was deflected into his path, and maybe Caballero could have done better. Maybe it's come through a player and he's slightly unsighted, but the power of the strike from Gary Cahill was enough to take it past the goalkeeper. Good timing, good technique, bang on target. It's quite close to him, and you just feel if you're a Man City player, you want your goalkeeper to do a little bit better.
Last round at MK Dons, Ivanovic lurking too. Hazard, oh, it's fantastic. What a beauty. Eden Hazard with his first goal at Stamford Bridge this season, and it's a moment to savour, and Chelsea are surely in the quarter-finals now.
Yeah, game over for me, but that's brilliant by Eden Hazard. I just wonder where Caballero was going. He's gone completely the wrong way. Don't watch the eyes, as they say, and he's buried it in the bottom corner. And not only that, it's got great pace, great accuracy. There we see the goalkeeper, not too sure, he can't see much. Well, he's gone completely the wrong way, Matt, hasn't he? How can you make this movement when you can't see the ball? You're just inviting Hazard to pop it into that bottom corner. Take nothing away from the striker, super shot. There we see it from behind. Well, look at that, starts outside the post and bends into that far side netting.
It's 51st Chelsea goal. 4 different scorers today. Here's Zabaleta. Iheanacho. Well, it was the only way he could take the shot on, really, because his initial touch wasn't good enough to set it for an easier finish. It's the first chance he's had.
Well, to be fair, weak defending by Babat, just lets Zabaleta almost run through him. His first touch wasn't the best. It bobbled off onto his knee for his second touch, and he's facing the wrong way. He knows he's close to goal, so he knows that if he can get decent contact, he's maybe got a chance, but the deflection takes him.
Oscar. Willian making up the ground as if it's 0-0 to his left. Oscar fancies going alone. Oh, that would have been magnificent.
No, again, the right decision for me. I mean, he's waiting for Willian, he's waiting for Willian, he's waiting for him. He knows also that he's got Eden Hazard on the right-hand side, so if he checks back, he's got an option. It's on his stronger right foot, or he makes the pass. This time he decides to shoot. And we see that technique that just tries to bend it and force it into that top corner. Just misses the target. I wonder if he shouted Ole there.
Willian looking for Traoré.
Oh, penalty.
How clumsy was that from Dimichelis, who may well be sent off. He has been booked. He's the last man there.
I can't believe he's made this challenge. I really can't. I don't understand the challenge or the contact being made. He's running away from goal. Why does he need to barge into him like that? It's absolutely ridiculous. Traoré's going away from goal. He's not threatening the goal, as it were, and he's just barged him in the back. He's a very, very lucky man not to get a second yellow. I think under normal circumstances, if he'd only had one, if he hadn't had one, he'd have got a yellow card there, Matt, which doesn't make it right, in my opinion.
Oscar to make it 5. He scored and missed penalties this season. Has to put the exclamation point on the victory. Caballero saves.
Well, decent save by Caballero, but good height again for him, you feel, and just thought Oscar was going to try something a bit special here. And Caballero's chosen to go that way.
It's been a greater. Oh, brilliantly done from Fabregas to Eden Hazard. And Bertrand Traoré off the post. And Oscar couldn't put in the follow-up.
Best defensive player in the air, but this was the movement a few moments ago. Great running from deep. And we see City with that high line again. It almost seemed easy enough for Traoré to pop that one into the back of an open net. Fabregas.
Kolarov going for goal.
Yeah, he just knew he was going to do that, Kolarov. A couple of times he's sort of burst forward as if to show some intention, being a senior player, and obviously got that quality left foot, maybe not given licence to do things like that too often. He's got himself into a good position. He sees the gap. Powerful left foot.
Oscar. Glanced on by Traoré and in. And it is 5. And it's 3 and 3 for Bertrand Traoré.
I'll tell you what, sometimes you need luck as a striker, and he certainly had a large slice of luck there. He just flicked it on the near post, and it's gone in off the underside of the crossbar. But luck is a part of it when you play as a centre forward. You keep making those runs time and time again, and sometimes you just don't get the pass. But to be fair to Traoré, he's made the run again. He's gone on the end of the cross, and with a little bit of fortune, it's gone in the back of the net. And that's a wonderful smile that we see at the end of it. Could have gone anywhere, and it's gone in.
It's a clever header.
Yeah, he's just trying to help it on, to be honest. He's not gone for goal here. He's just trying to get something on it. And we see Caballero trying to get back into position. Can't make any contact.
FA Cup clearly agrees with Bertrand Traoré.
Well, I was going to say, one of the icing on the cake, Matt. I think that's probably it.
Chelsea through to the quarter-finals of the FA Cup. A 5-star showing from the Blues, admittedly against a second-string Manchester City, but it was one-way traffic in the second half. Eden Hazard, one of the 5 different goal scorers. Thiago Costa got things started. City quickly equalised. Chelsea came out strongly in the second half. Willian, Cahill, Hazard and Traoré scored. Chelsea have won it by 5 goals to 1, and Clive Walker are thoroughly worthy of their place in the last eight.
Absolutely, yeah, of course we're playing against a second-string Man City side, but we've gone out and done the business in the second half. I thought first half we ummed and ahed a bit at times and pushed and probed and then sat off, but second half much more positive, much more reactive and proactive, made sure we took the game to City and got our just rewards by scoring some good goals.
So Chelsea can look forward to the draw, which will take place shortly. Final score at Stamford Bridge: Chelsea 5, Manchester City 1. The 2 most successful teams in English football over the last decade go head-to-head at Wembley as Chelsea take on Manchester City for a place in the FA Cup final. Well, City fell at this hurdle last season, whilst Chelsea are aiming to go one better after reaching the final. The Blues' name has been etched onto this trophy 8 times previously. The most recent of City's 6 triumphs came a year after Chelsea last won the Cup. Well, having started every round up to now, Kepa retains his place in goal. Thiago Silva makes his FA Cup debut, and N'Golo Kante continues to fill in for the injured Mateo Kovacic.
There are changes to the front line as well, as Timo Werner and Hakim Ziyech replace Kai Havertz and Christian Pulisic, who are both on the bench. City show 8 changes from the team that started in Germany on Wednesday. De Bruyne, Rodri and Diaz are the 3 who retain their places. Elsewhere, Zach Steffen starts in goal. Gabriel Jesus leads the attack in the absence of the injured Sergio Aguero. And former Blue Nathan Ake is on a strong bench, which also includes Gundogan, Mahrez and Foden. I'm going to have a minute's silence before kick-off here in memory of His Royal Highness the Prince Philip, whose funeral took place earlier today. Header won by Mount against Torres. Chilwell walking one over the top now then. Werner, is he onside? He's got Ziyech square here, and he played it to him early, and Hakim Ziyech can give Chelsea the lead. But his joy is short-lived. The flag went up, of course. VAR will be having a look at it, but you get the impression that Ziyech knows that this is not going to count.
Yeah, I think Werner's in an offside position. I don't think Ziyech is. It's good use of the ball. A little bit of lack of thought, perhaps, about staying on side. Great finish by Ziyech. It's a decent enough ball in by Werner, but certainly offside.
Ziyech has been prominent and has played a good ball to James. And there are options in blue in the middle here. Chipped over to Ben Chilwell. It's a difficult chance, but it's a chance nonetheless.
It is a difficult chance, but I'll tell you what, he's got the quality to finish there. Well worked by Chelsea through the ranks. Reece, one touch and delivers. Sees Ben Chilwell at the far post. Well, all he would say was make the right decision on the contact.
City maybe just enjoying a little bit more possession in the last 5 minutes.
I would agree with that. They're not actually going anywhere. I'm giving the ball away now.
And here comes Ziyech, that front 3 motoring forward for Chelsea. One of them's Timo Werner. He's got Mount in the middle. And the shot was blocked and turned behind for a corner off Aymeric Laporte.
It's good defending, to be fair. Good running by Werner. We see his change of pace there, that burst of speed that he's got. Maybe should have just had a shot the first time, so as to have a touch. This gives Laporte a chance to get back and get a foot in.
It's deep in toward Rudiger. Not for Chilwell. He'll tee it up for Reece James to have a go. Flashed one wide. Only got 1 goal this season, Reece James. He's well capable from that kind of distance.
He's got a good strike on him, hasn't he? Does the right thing to take it on first time, but unfortunately for Reece, he has to run around the ball to get it onto his right foot. There you see him working it.
Now Werner on the chase. Again, Ziyech is there with him. Steffen in a strange position, and Ziyech can turn it in! And Chelsea go in front. It's that combination again. Timo Werner to Hakim Ziyech, and the end result is Chelsea 1, Manchester City 0.
Well, we just wondered if Werner's pace was going to give a problem to Manchester City, and it certainly did there. And again, it's Mason Mount who gets himself in such a good position. But this was the ball round the corner. Mount found the space. Werner between players. They're all over the place, City, but where's Steffen going? Makes it easy. The decision is easy for Timo Werner, and he slides it into Ziyech, who just slots home from close range.
They've already brought Foden on. They've still got the likes of Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, Riyad Mahrez. Here's Ziyech through the middle. Diaz has got to get this, and he hasn't. And Ziyech, oh, what a chance to make it 2. Steffen got his angles right that time.
Dear oh dear, he's got to score there, Ziyech. He's got so much ability. Just want to see him either slot that home or go round the goalkeeper. Again, Steffen, for me, was left exposed and should have been beaten, to be honest. But poor defending by Man City yet again. Just a hopeful long ball forward.
Here's Gundogan. Low ball in from Cancelo towards Foden near post. He got the key touch there. It's a corner. Foden took the corner. It was a great one to Rodri, who headed it back across goal, and Diaz cleared the crossbar and then some from 8 yards out.
Yeah, just didn't react quickly enough, and maybe he's in there a little bit too early as well. We've had a bit of good fortune. It's a decent ball. It's poor marking by us. Free header, far post, shouldn't happen.
From Cancelo this time. Oh, real opportunity here for Jesus. He's had to tee it up for Sterling instead, and he's blazed it over. The big opportunity, though, was before that for Gabriel Jesus, and he made an awful mess of it.
What a chance. We're just saying about them putting the ball in a bit earlier, Man City. Oh, there's an offside in there. His first touch just doesn't set it up sweetly for him. He lays it off, and a poor shot by Sterling in the end, but I think he might just have been offside. In the last few moments, you'd have to think that City would want to put the ball in the box like this.
Well, that came off a City man last, but I am wrong. It is a corner. Whipped in by Foden. Oh, and Kepa's made a big save, and Zuma's got it away. Now or never for City. Mendy booms it forward, looking for Jesus. Controlled it on his chest, but he couldn't bring it down, and that is that. And Chelsea are through to the FA Cup final for the 15th time in the Blues' history. They will be back here for the prestige match in English club football. Hakim Ziyech's goal 10 minutes after the restart got the job done here. A thoroughly controlled, disciplined performance again from Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea, just as we've become used to seeing. And this could turn into a glorious season. Final score at Wembley: Chelsea 1, Manchester City 0.
Chelsea welcome the champions to Stamford Bridge as Manchester City visit in the marquee fixture in the Premier League this weekend. And the Blues' stunning win at Tottenham on Monday night has everybody here in good spirits, but there's no doubting the sizable task awaiting Mauricio Pochettino's team here this afternoon. City arrive top of the table. They're aiming for 6 successive wins in all competitions. The citizens won all 4 meetings with Chelsea last season without conceding. The last time the Blues beat today's visitors was that famous night in Porto in the Champions League final 2 years ago. No doubt Chelsea starting to see results match performances. 3 wins from the last 5 in the Premier League now. Another victory here today would be a real statement of intent as we head into the final international break of 2023. Well, Chelsea make one change from the side that started at Tottenham on Monday. Mark Cucurella comes in at left back with Levi Colwill absent. Namal Akanji returns to the City side to replace John Stones, who faces a lengthy spell on the sidelines. That's one of 5 changes from the midweek Champions League win. Bernardo Silva and Rodri return, with Willian Alvarez and Jeremy Doku also in. City only name 8 subs, 2 of them are goalkeepers. Well, it being Remembrance Sunday here in the UK, we will observe a period of silence in memory of those who gave their lives in service of their country ahead of kick-off. A fitting tribute, always a special moment in the football calendar.
Yeah, Chelsea just staying in their shape, 4-4-2 defending.
Brilliant from James. Took it away from Guardiola, and he was second favourite now. Palmer, options in the middle here for Cole Palmer. Might go alone. Alvarez. Good delivery. That's a comfortable save, though, from the header from Guardiola, who found a bit of space.
Yeah, starts at the far post. It's a really intelligent run. It's flighted beautifully, clipped towards the penalty spot.
Caicedo touched it for Fernandez. Jackson trying to hold his run. It's broken for Gallagher. Will have the snapshot. Got it bang on target, but patted down with ease by Edison. Rodri. And we make the extra man count here with Jeremy Doku. And stood up toward Alvarez, but got before he could reach him by James. Or then he and Caicedo collided with one another. That's not going to stop it. And Thiago Silva has to head it behind.
He's given the penalty, has he?
I think he has. Card for Cucurella.
It's Cucurella on Haaland, Matt, on the far post. I think that's what's been given.
And he says that Cucurella has wrestled Haaland to the ground here. And it's going to be a penalty for Manchester City.
I saw the appeal from Haaland. He's got hold of him. Both got hold of each other. Well, there's a pull in the end, but Haaland initiated maybe the tugging of the shirts. Shrugs away Cucurella. Silva's in a great position anyway, so it is clumsy from the fullback.
Here's the VAR check. Oh, can't see that being overturned, can you? It's not a clear and obvious error, I don't think. Shortish run-up. Sanchez trying to make himself big. Haaland sends him the wrong way and Manchester City lead. And he rubs it into the Chelsea supporters as he makes his way over to this near side.
Strong side foot. City goal to the good, but yeah, very, very contentious decision.
Side-on run here for Reece James. Cucurella there too. Two in the Chelsea wall. James! Oh, what a save from Edison. It's an absolutely brilliant attempt from Reece James. And it needed a save of world class from the City stopper to keep it at 0-1.
It's a beautiful strike. Considering he's bending that, it's difficult to get any more pace generated on it than he has. I mean, he struck it beautifully.
Gallagher with the outswinger. Oh, Thiago Silva! 1-1! Brilliant near post header. And the veteran gets his first of the season. Chelsea back level in no time.
They've responded in a brilliant manner, and this is a routine that they've really enjoyed since the start of pre-season. Thiago Silva making this little bit of movement across the front of Haaland is the nearest Manchester City player, and then it's just whether he can divert it towards the far corner, and he does more than that. It's perfect.
Foden. Cucurella's got to be really careful now. And this time's a tackle, he's off. Foden's done well. Oh, he shanked it, but maybe in the best way. Haaland at the back post trying to turn it in. It was nearly a goal for Phil Foden, which was not his intention when the ball left his boot. Here comes City again. Foden served up by Rodri, looking to bend one. Oh, what an effort that was. It looked as though it was bound for the net. It can't have missed by much.
Just stayed straight, didn't it? After it left his foot, you thought it was going to deviate back inside the far post.
Palmer. James trying to get up in support right-hand side. Palmer waiting to play the pass. A little break for Reece James. Across for Sterling, 2-1 Chelsea. Raheem Sterling against his old club. Little bit of luck about it. Chelsea don't mind about that. James played it across the face of the 6-yard box. And there was Sterling, once of Manchester City, to slot Chelsea into the lead.
Pep Guardiola can't believe it. Chelsea had turned it around. Built down the right-hand side.
Clever run by Sterling. Teasing Walker. Looking to bend one. Didn't get it to kill back in the way he hoped. Now Doku in space left-hand side. Bernardo Silva looking for Haaland instead. Brilliant take. Erling Haaland. Great save, Sanchez. Well, you just assumed that Haaland was going to be wheeling away, celebrating again.
Well, it's an outstanding save. It's firmly struck, but that's a big save.
Oh, Sterling with the megs on Doku. And off he goes. And still he goes. And the shot came in from Jackson. Sterling just got clipped a little bit, which caught him off balance there. Bernardo Silva floated it into Akanji. Free header, 2-2. Easy as you like for Manuel Akanji, who had the freedom of West London to nod in first half stoppage time, and we got the 4th goal of the game.
Well, they think they're set up well, but Bernardo Silva's got a lovely little bit of space. It's very clever, and somehow Akanji just wanders into a position, 8 or 9 yards from goal, and then can he execute the header? Yes, he can.
Alvarez. Sliding one through for Foden. Alvarez has carried on his run. Cucurella didn't track it, and Haaland surely will turn it in. And it's 3-2. It's Erling Haaland at the double. And it's taken City less than 2 minutes to take the lead for the second time in the game. He managed to get his cross in. Looked like he'd run out of room just for a second. There's Rodri. Oh, clever header from Rodri. Good hit from Alvarez and a decent save too from Sanchez. Chelsea trying to get a bit of momentum back now. Here's Cole Palmer. Still going. Cole Palmer. Oh, and Edison made the save and then it nearly broke for Jackson.
This is just phenomenal play from Palmer. How he stays on his feet there, really, and then he just tries to poke it into the near post.
Into Caicedo. Here's Gallagher opening up for a shot for Conor Gallagher, beaten away by Edison. Jackson 3-3. Nicolas Jackson, Johnny on the spot again. What a week he's having.
Conor Gallagher finds himself in a lovely little bit of space, and you're expecting him to work the goalkeeper at least. He would have loved to have got himself on the score sheet, I'm sure, but as you said, Matt, Nicolas Jackson reacts really quickly.
Sterling's pinched it from Rodri. Sterling looking for Costa. Here's Malo Costa. Oh, it's over. On the swinger, he couldn't keep it down. Silva working it back cleverly. Here's Kovacic. And broke out for Rodri. Oh, it's deflected in. Unbelievable. Big slice of luck about that. Goal number 7 of the game. Is that the one that wins it from Rodri? Cruel, cruel goal for Chelsea to concede. Sterling, bit of space here. Boyer wants it. Boyer gets it. Oh, and then he goes down. Penalty! Well, well, well. Another twist to this unbelievable football match.
It's 100% a penalty. The touch probably gets away from him a little bit, which means he can't get the strike away.
Here we go then. 95th minute at Stamford Bridge.
Palmer's perfect penalty is 4-4. An unbelievable end to a game we will never forget. And this boy has got some nerve against his old club, against one of the best goalkeepers in the world. Cole Palmer does the business again. I mean, Edison goes the right way, but he's got the pace on the side foot and he's got the height. So you can't get there, even if you go there and you go there early. And what a brilliant, brilliant moment for that young man. Been sensational again today, especially in the second half. Quality player, what a goal for him and potentially for the club.
As the clock ticks to 100, here's Foden. Cucurella with a fine tackle. And that is the end of an absolutely incredible game of football.
Well, normally at a full-time whistle you get a bit of disappointment. There's a bit of disappointment from Maurizio Pochettino, but I mean from certain supporters or some followers of one of the clubs that have been involved in the game. Nothing, just rapturous applause from absolutely everyone that has witnessed it. A sensational game of attacking football, littered with quality. Not many teams' game plan will be to go and outscore, to outplay, outmaneuver Manchester City. Well, my goodness, they gave it a really good go today. Just an amazing game of football, and thankfully the right result. Thankfully Chelsea got something to show for their magnificent efforts.
Back-to-back away wins for Chelsea Football Club, and this season that feels like dreamland. To ask for a hat-trick would feel a bit greedy, and today it might feel a bit unrealistic, because it gets no harder than this. The Blues are away to the most decorated, most expensively assembled team around. The division's reigning champions have their main men back, and we'll be expecting them to lead yet another title charge. Let's be honest, we probably all are to some degree, even Arsenal and Liverpool. It is 11 wins in a row for City. Their strength and depth on display again here, and obscene, frankly. Grealish injured, Doku comes in. We've got X-Factor goal scorers in waiting, including Nathan Ake, Kovacic on the bench, And Kevin De Bruyne, who is fit to start, sadly, so too is the Haaland cyborg goal machine thingy. Alvarez scored in 3 of the 4 wins that City managed over Chelsea last term. Phil Foden's got 8 in 10. Super news all round, I'm sure you'll agree. Big deep breath in the face of all that attacking talent, especially with Thiago Silva out injured for Chelsea. Levi Colwill came on for him at Palace, starts for him here. The only other change sees Madueke replaced by Sterling, who of course used to call this home, as did Cole Palmer. His first 2 goals this season were for Man City. The 10 since for Chelsea included that penalty in the final seconds of the 4-4. Surely he's due another here this evening. They really giving him a boo or two? They are. That won't go down very well. Good layoff. Here's Gallagher. He's just behind Jackson. Really encouraging to see 3 Chelsea players there potentially on the end of that ball in.
There's excellent play, patient as well. It's easy to get a little overexcited in Manchester City's half and give the ball away. Unfortunately, that didn't take Gallagher in on goal, and it's just misfortune, I think. It's put into a great area.
Looking at the distances between the defending Chelsea players here. As Alvarez crosses for Haaland, and you expect, but it doesn't arrive.
You can just put it into an area of about 5-10 yards around Haaland, and you know if he's got momentum, he's going to get there. I think it's a sitter, to be honest, Ben. I think he's up, and for his size, you can't believe he's missed it, actually. He just mistimed it a little bit, didn't need to turn the head, just head it downwards, away from Colwill. Can't believe that's not 1-0.
Lovely from Cole Palmer. Ederson is always confident with his feet, and it can help opponents as well as his own side. Jackson, tame, having won it so well. Enzo Fernandez into Gallagher. Oh, that's really clever. What a tackle from Nathan Ake. Palmer was in, and Ederson is relieved, although it is still a corner. Palmer away from Doku. Nice. Flag staying down for now. Malo Gusto. Nicolas Jackson needs to stay on side, and he needs to find his finish. I think he did the first, and he should have done the second of those things.
Yeah, maybe in his excitement, Gusto miscontrolled as well. Chelsea have done this well. They've used the ball generally pretty well. It was a poor first touch. Looked okay. Just didn't sort his feet out.
The pass wasn't great, was it? I want to say that in his defence. It's just slightly under his feet.
Doesn't need a touch though, Ben. I think he needs to finish first time. He needs to just adjust when the ball's coming in.
Enzo Fernandez clipping it over the top. He's timed to run well as he's Sterling. Oh no! Well, how many chances do they want? The champions wide open again here, and Chelsea haven't taken advantage. You know what's going to come? Doku. Thankfully it's not coming this time, but got to punish them when they leave the gaps there. It's only the fans calling for it. Now the pass is on. Palmer has played it good weight. Jackson has Sterling in the middle. Raheem Sterling at the end of the first half. What a chance! He's done it! X Factor Supreme! Raheem Sterling back at the Etihad makes it Manchester City 0, Chelsea 1.
Well, it's a brilliant counter-attack. Huge credit to Nicolas Jackson over on the far side of the pitch. He gets a lovely finish from Raheem Sterling's right foot, but this is just great awareness, and then to keep moving forward, Jackson, and then the awareness, the perfect weight on it. You think Raheem Sterling has been let down by his first touch, but the presence of mind to chop infield does for Kyle Walker. And then he gets a lovely, sumptuous finish from the right foot of Raheem Sterling, bending away from Ederson. Lovely Chelsea goal and fully deserved.
And you have felt from about 10 minutes in that a chance like that may well present itself, right? Jackson had one that could have been very similar. Sterling a whisker away when he was offside. You know, that is there, that counter-attacking goal. It has been genuinely possible right from the start here. Now Foden. Look how many dark blue shirts are back. It's a corner, Disasi there. Haaland was waiting for essentially a headed tap-in.
Well, you're just relieved it lands in the middle of the two City players, right on the head of Disasi, deals with it comfortably. A yard shorter, a couple of yards shorter, Rodri scores, a little bit heavier, and Haaland's got a simple task at the far post, so well defended.
In comes the corner. Oh, goodness me. There was a flick on, I think, was it from Petrovic? Whistle's gone here anyway, and then Haaland back across. Buff of the cheeks. Was it Disasi himself? Who's got the touch here? Oh, it's Jackson, and then Disasi on the line.
He may have been creeping in, and it's just too hard an angle, and comes it in too quickly for Haaland to... Another good chance for City, just shortly after Chelsea taking the lead.
An added minute left, and Doku for once has Malo Gusto isolated, but good recovery pace, and then Palmer's there, but he's not there for the Aki cross. Haaland, and very calmly watched wide by Petrovic.
Well, that's got to be something special, because it's so low when it gets to Erling Haaland. He's almost on the way down, isn't he? And Colwell's got a little piece of him as well.
Right, we know this bloke. Scored the winner 2 years ago. Scored at Stamford Bridge in the win the year before that. Home and away in 1920, and the winner 5 Septembers back. De Bruyne curls it. Petrovic wasn't moving for that one. He's rooted again, as he was for the goal in midweek at Palace.
Yeah, there's a little stagger. We might see it from this angle from Petrovic just as it cleared the crossbar.
City are going to get going on the counter here, and De Bruyne is there, and he's set Foden through. He's onside. Look out for Haaland in the middle. Chilwell bypassed by it, sliced by Haaland. He's missed a couple now. That's not as easy as the header in the first half. I don't think we'll get away with it next time.
You can't believe the way they sort that out. It's bobbling around, but they get hold of it. They move with such pace. I think he sees it late. Tells you quite a great deal about the game to this point, 65 in.
Look at Haaland's acceleration. There's one on target. Petrovic needed to save that one, and he did.
Possibly just has to readjust here, maybe. Deflected. Yeah, I think of Disasi makes it probably an even better save.
Oh, great ball. He's missed it. Lost his markers. Lost his bearings. 5 presentable chances for Haaland. You've never seen him so wide of the mark so often.
It's that position, De Bruyne put him wide and completely unopposed, and again just doesn't maybe sort his body shape out. Yeah, just looking to see what that means for the formation.
Bernardo Silva standing it up. Haaland has to let it run. Walker! Rodri! Now, who's that hit on the way through? It felt inevitable. He doesn't get many. When he does score, they're big ones, and this one is a big one. City are level. Chelsea got to 82 minutes. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, and that's been a recurring theme, hasn't it? Balls clipped to the far post. Haaland using his physicality. Walker controls it well, and then Rodri just gets the firmest of strikes on it. It's a really good effort. Looks like it's spinning towards the corner in any case.
Yeah, I don't think Petrovic is getting that, is he? I want to make a case and say it's bad luck, but actually if that doesn't hit Chalobah, it's in anyway. We could have a full-time whistle, then a VAR check here, folks. Hoisted in towards Ake. And the diving header, and the deflection's wide. Imagine if another one had gone in off Chalobah. Now we wait. Who's in Andy Madley's ear? What does Peter Banks see here? A pull of the shirt? An arm from Colwell?
It almost gets stuck, doesn't it, in the air, kind of against Colwell. It would be...
You've got to allow for real time. It doesn't happen in slow-mo. That can't be a penalty, can it?
I wouldn't have thought so. Is there an arm there from Disasi? I can't see exactly what they're looking at. It can't be a penalty, can it? Moves it at the last, doesn't he, Colwell?
What about for a pull on the shirt? Could it be a penalty? Surely not. Clear and obvious error? No, it's a corner. One last bit of defending to do for a brilliant battling point here for Chelsea.
It was a clever header from Rodri, wasn't it? Trying to score around about the penalty spot, I would suggest. Great block.
Petrovic comes and doesn't get there. It's away, and that's it. Well, it is late heartbreak in one sense. We dreamed for a long time of all 3 points. We'll certainly take the one. Chelsea in front for so long through Raheem Sterling. Rodri did what Haaland couldn't and found the net. And at the end of it all, City stay third and Chelsea stay 10th. But what a performance.
Yeah, put it in context with the season, what you're up against. That's a brilliant point. I thought some exceptional performances. I thought it was going to be fitting if Gusto's challenge on Doku was the last action. Just 30 seconds or so before the whistle went. He was brilliant, Colwill brilliant, Dizazi brilliant. Some great counter-attacking, maybe could have had more to show than the one goal, but you know, when you look at it across the 90 minutes, City have had their chances, they've spurned their chances as well, so 1-1, fair result, and a really good day, and an excellent performance to take into a really big week to come.
Well, it's a brave cameraman who'll get up close and personal to a number 9 who's missed his moments. But against all odds, twice now, Chelsea have held the champions to a draw. 4-4 at the Bridge and 1-1 up in Manchester. What a watch that was.